guys, Trish Blackwell here, founder of the College of Confidence and your confidence coach. Today I want to talk to you about how to dump the funk. So if you're a podcast listener of mine to the show Confidence on the Go, which you should be, you now know that we're going to be doing a weekly video launching off of that topic. So this video, Dump the Funk, is the next step of action taking that you can take after listening to episode number 80. If you haven't yet heard that episode, that podcast episode, you can always access my podcast on iTunes. Just search Trish Blackwell or Confidence on the Go. And you can also go directly to trishblackwell.com/podcasts, and you're gonna get them all there. But I've got two very quick ways for you to dump the funk. Number one, you have to think about what you think about. You have to decide that I'm going to think about what I think about. It's not okay to just claim that your thoughts are rampant or like wildflowers, uncontrollable. They are in your control, and it starts with a decision to say, I'm going to start today to start thinking what I think about. Because so often we get in funks and we get down in the dumps because we let our minds start ruling our thoughts, our emotions. It's how we take ourselves out of the game of life. We stop controlling and choosing our thoughts. We stop dwelling on things that are good and wonderful and excellent and noteworthy. And we start focusing on fear, anxiety, insecurity, the what ifs, the woulda, coulda, shouldas, all those things that drive us in the wrong direction of real life. Now, the second thing that you can do to really dump the funk and break out of, whether it's just a funk that you feel at the start of a depression feeling, or really just some insecurity that you can't seem to shake, perhaps from chasing so much perfectionism in your life. The next step is to borrow eyes. So you heard me talk in the episode about how to really start seeing yourself for who you are. In order to become the person that we want to be, we first must see that person who we are to be. So we need to be able to see who we aspire to be in order to become that person and grow towards that person. But the problem is when we get down in the dumps, that's sometimes the hardest thing to do. Now, if you've heard the episode, you heard me tell my story about what my brother and my sister-in-law did for me. Essentially, they borrowed their eyes to me, they loaned their eyes to me. I borrowed their eyes. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to do the same. So your plan of action today is to literally go out to 3 people whom you love and trust. If you're struggling to see yourself for your true value, your potential, your worth, and your great purpose for how wonderfully amazing and unique you are, if you're just feeling average or stuck, and you know that what you see in the mirror is not really what others are seeing, but you can't quite see what you want to see, I want you to borrow someone's eyes today. So go find 3 people you trust inherently and ask them for their counsel. Ask to borrow their eyes. Ask for them to write 5 things about you. Now, this could be done through text message. It can be done through email or just in person. But I do encourage you that if it's done in person, that you write it down, because these are things we need to train our minds on. We want to go back and reread those things that have been said to us. We need to go back and borrow those eyes of how others see us, how wonderfully they see us that we don't often see ourselves, in order to start training our thoughts. We're going to start looking at those things and saying that these are truths that I'm going to speak over my life. I am this person. I am confident. I am resilient. I excel in self-efficacy. I can choose and train my mind. I am not going to let this circumstance or this funk define me. I'm going to live happy. I'm going to live engaged in life, and I'm getting off the sidelines, and I'm going to believe these truths. So if you go out and you find 3 people today, and I mean do it today, ask people you love. It could be friends, family members, just neighbors, and just say, hey, I'm in a funk. And I was advised to get 5 truths from 3 people of how you see me. What can you just tell me what great qualities you see in me that I can just cling to, so I can just start seeing myself for who I really am again. And if you know someone in that place, this would be an amazing way to love and serve and encourage someone else by doing this for them. Let them see themselves through your eyes. So you can never go overboard on encouraging people and speaking truth into their lives. So make sure you're generous with your words towards others, because the more generous you are to others, the more reciprocally you'll receive that yourself. So that's my plan of action for you to help you dump the funk. Again, go listen to podcast number 80 in Confidence on the Go, and you're going to take this information to the next level. I'll see you guys next week with another coaching video on how to take what we're talking about in next week's podcast even deeper. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have an amazing, amazing day, and go love the skin you're in.